Cup, first of 2 US friendlies before the tournament gets underway. Strong side named for the US by Mauricio Pochettino. And they'd get off to a great start as well in the 7th minute when Serginho Dest would score.
Yeah, some good passing, some good movement. Pulisic with the ball across the 6-yard area. And Serginho Dest with a nice little finish.
15th minute, and Di gives a chance to Nicholas Jackson, who's then going to sky this one.
Yeah, not an easy chance to take, but seemed to do as badly as he could. He misses by a long way.
Yeah.
Take it to the 20th minute, and we're going to see Ricardo Pepi slipping Christian Pulisic. Going to put it past the keeper.
Yeah, again, good movement, good passing. Nice little ball from Pepi here. And Pulisic with that little change of pace. One touch past the keeper and then a cool finish into an empty net.
But then Senegal would get one on the board before the half was through. Habib Diarra would thread the pass through to Sadio Mane. 2-1.
It's a nice finish by Sadio Mane, but the run by Diarra was something special. Just cutting across defenders, can't get close to him, and then an inch-perfect ball into the path of Mane.
52nd minute. This was a bit of an error on a few counts here that saw Senegal equalise.
Yeah, it's a horrible decision from Robinson here, trying to play back to the keeper. I think the keeper's unfortunate there. He has to come out. But you've got to give credit to Sadio Mane, because otherwise Robinson would have cleared that.
And then we take it to the 61st minute. US keep their heads up. But Malik Tillman's goal will be disallowed due to a controversial foul in the build-up.
Nah, no controversy at all here. Right here, Balogun plays the defender before the ball. Once he does, you knew the whistle was go, or should absolutely go, while Malik Tillman finds the back of the net. There's nothing controversial at all about it.
Balogun had a goal ruled out as well, but this one would stand in the 63rd, and that gave the USA the 3-2 win.
Yeah, poor defending, but great finish from Balogun, rolling it into the bottom corner, probably the only place the keeper can't get.
And so 3-2 it would finish. United States managing to get the win in this one. Another one will still be to come. Lots to discuss. We joined now by Casey Keller. Frank is still with us. Casey, let's get your reaction to what you saw today from Pochettino's team and your team.
Yeah, I think first and foremost, it was a kind of a mixed side. I think, yes, I agree with you, Kay, that it was a strong starting lineup, but there was also some players that came in, I think, in the second half that we will see start in that first match of the World Cup. But what I love seeing is there'd been some criticism with Pulisic in the second half of the season with AC Milan. He hadn't scored for the U.S. national team in quite a while, and he got into this match instantly. And the team got on the front foot very quickly, and I thought Ricardo Pepi did a great job in his contribution as being a striker that didn't particularly score, because I think sometimes we talk about strikers and you have that one striker in certain teams that if he doesn't score, he doesn't do anything else for you in the team. Where Ricardo Pepi showed that he can kind of come into this side and help build up in the goal scoring. And, you know, but again, for Christian to get an assist and a goal in that situation, you also saw kind of what Serginho Dest gives you. You know, he's the most advanced player is playing as a right wing back to score that first goal. So a lot of good things. And then what I really like seeing is after the U.S. then conceded that goal at the end of the first half, and then 10 changes made at halftime, to then that they were able to recover a little bit. The start of that second half showed that they were just a little bit disjointed, which you expect when 10 changes were made. But then to show the composure to after Senegal scored the second, to then to be able to get the go-ahead goal and then hold on for the win, because that was something that the U.S. hasn't done regularly under Pochettino, is be able to see matches out. So I like the majority of what I saw, and some of those reasons why I think they conceded the 2 goals was because of all the changes, but I think it's a big positive going forward.
Do you think the same, Shaka?
I do. Listen, there's a lot of questions about Pochettino's team and or who it may very well will be come the start of the World Cup. I thought as you looked at this team, to start with, there are a lot of question marks, particularly at both ends. I thought the 2 centre-backs probably won't be in Pochettino's first starting 11. Both goalkeepers that he used today, I don't think will be favoured between Turner and Brady. I think that'll be Frisch come the start of the World Cup. And then up the other end of the park, which I think is the bigger talking point here, is I thought this was Balogun's position to lose, and maybe it possibly still is. But I'm with Casey here. Ricardo Pepi puts in a performance and a relationship and a partnership with Christian Pulisic that all of a sudden gives Pochettino a headache, a very good headache. But I thought, again, it was Balogun's position to lose. Ricardo Pepi has come in. He's shown himself to be a different striker to Balogun, whereas Balogun is the finisher. Pepi was dropping off, linking up play, getting Pulisic involved in particular. The two wing-backs involved as well, who I think will start or should start for Pochettino. That for me is the biggest takeaway here. Pepi's put down a little bit of a marker.
What did you take away from it, Stevie?
Do you know, I think the two most important things about today, when you're going into a World Cup or any big tournament, number one, go in winning. Winning's huge. Regardless of whether it's your first team, a mixture of two teams, your reserve team, it doesn't really matter. When you win a game on the way to a tournament, everybody feels great.
So these are really important, these little pre-tournament friendlies.
Yeah, and probably as important as that is your main man is at his best. Every team, just look at Argentina. Argentina, when Messi's at his best, Argentina play well. And the US are the same. And to see Pulisic today, for when the time he was on the field, at his best, scoring, creating, two great things going into any tournament.
I have to say, though, the pitch is awful.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of question marks about the pitches and the conditions of them, especially what you saw in the Copa America 2 years ago. I will say I was at the Brazil-France game up at Foxborough, and I thought the pitch played perfectly on the day, but this pitch just did not play well. It didn't allow, the ball didn't bounce, and I don't think it allowed for the best football game that it could be. That, for me, is also a concern going forward.
Yeah, let's get one more point on Pulisic, if we can, from you, Casey. Obviously, to Stevie's point, he looked good today. It hasn't been his season with Milan, but it definitely looked like his day today.
Yeah, definitely. And I think a lot of people have been saying, look, trust in this. He's such a great player, and he's showed that at many different times. And all you need is that one little moment to change things up. And clearly, to have this moment going into the World Cup will just kind of have that big relief and that big monkey off his back to be able to say, you know what, I can go into the World Cup now full of confidence and continue what we saw in that first half. Now, the one little thing that might be a little bit different is Senegal were very open and very attack-minded. And we know that Paraguay and Australia will not be. So it'll be a little bit of a change, because I think they will have to break down lower blocks and not be able to have as much space in behind where that great combination play, particularly in that first 35 minutes, showed. But again, ton of confidence for Pulisic coming out of that first half performance.
Now, Senegal did have some players out today, Frank, but obviously when it comes to the game against France in the World Cup, it will hopefully for them be a full-strength side. How good are they, do you think? How worried are you about Senegal?
Well, you definitely have to respect them, and we call them our cousins, and we have a bonding, with very strong link together. And I remember beating us to the first game of the World Cup in 2002, and they were excellent, and they have the heritage of the elders, and really France will play them with all due respect, because we all know that any African team, most of players have played in Europe. They are absolutely fantastic. So I don't see we saw the real Senegal. I hope for them. I don't want them to lose every game, because otherwise, yes, Stevie is right. Losing game or winning game is very important before the competition, but no doubt that Senegal will fight hard against France in the first game, and if we don't respect them, if we think that we're going to win and easily win, we can be very surprised.
Yeah, good stuff. Okay, thank you so much for being with us, Casey. You can see more from Casey on Football Americas and a lot more of Casey throughout the World Cup, which we will be covering extensively here on ESPN FC. All right, let's